Hey everyone, Jay Barino here. Welcome back. It's the true story of Arkain. We're on to Chapter 3 of Act 6. And looking at the names of these, I think Forged by Iron and Blood is brand new for True Story, but Lord of Shadows, Rebellion, and then Between a Rock and a Hard Place, these were all notoriously difficult second book missions. So Act 6 is just action-packed here. Send me into Rebellion, the Canyon mission. With a force of both the Royal Armies and the Golden Guard, Gardon moves to the fallen kingdom of Pyru that is now under the control of Lord Chorus Retka. This old powerful family had never been fond of being part of the Empire, but no one would have thought they'd go this far. The Golden Guard proclaims that the rebels are under the influence of the demons. In fact, there's neither proof nor a sign of that. Nevertheless, a victory can help Gardon gain reputation and support. While the High Lord Inquisitor and his soldiers hold position instead of fight, he can show that he's willing to win this war, no matter the foe. Sir, the Pyrean Pass is being guarded by an enormous amount of rebel troops. There are several camps and villages along the pass. On the other side of the pass are several rebel bases. So, we fight against massive amounts of rebel scum. How well equipped are they? Not really good, General. Our scout reports that most of them are peasants and farmers with bad armor and even worse weapons. They might be many, but we should be able to defeat them with our superior weaponry and tactics. I suppose everything is going as planned? Of course, sir. We accidentally alerted the rebels to our presence. While we keep them occupied, Lorene and the Royal Army will slip through their defenses in a less defended area to push deep into Pyru. She will establish a bridgehead that will allow us to attack the treacherous nobles that joined Retka. With them gone, we'll be able to fight him personally. Very good. We'll fight our way through the pass and join her. Even if their equipment is found lacking, fighting them will prove to be a challenge. They've set up defensive positions throughout the entire pass and are using the high ground to their advantage. It's over, Iron Fist! In that case, your Golden Guard troops will have a chance to prove that they are, as they claim, the best of the best, Lady Redfist. Inform the troops, Thanak. We're moving out soon. I wonder, what would you do if one of your plans failed? So far, everything has gone as planned. But what if something happened that wasn't part of your plan? I don't need a plan to emerge victorious, Lady Redfist. Planning makes things easier, but I don't rely on it. Why do you ask? Any news from your spy? Yes, the villagers of Essex are only fighting for the rebels because they're forced to. The Cajun marauders, former bandits and criminals who are now working for the Retka family, have set up their base inside the village. They're forcing the villagers to fight us. However, if we defeated the leader of the Cajun marauders in that area, the village would gladly join us to take revenge. Their mayor has agreed to do so, if we make it that far. They might prove to be useful. We'll see if their word is trustworthy. If not, I'm sure Zed would enjoy taking care of them. Of course. Okay, quick save so we can read. You know how it is. So we've got Cora and Gardon. General Lord Retka has sent some of his elite forces to support the local rebels. Oh, she's already got the Dark Orb. Prepare the pikes, Thanak. I want them impaled alive. Gladly, General Bloodclaw. Alright, so it looks like we're the Iron Fist. This is the first time we can use the Iron Fist specifically as a faction in a macro sense. It looks like we've got, yeah, so we've got like a mix. So this is like gold. These are Golden Guard forces, but they're colored as part of the Iron Fist, which is neat. So we actually, this is not the Iron Fist. This is Golden Guard. Yeah, totally Golden Guard. Kill Lady Troll of Keyhelm. According to Cora's spy, the defenders of Essex are being forced to fight for the rebels, while in fact they don't want to. The Cajun marauders, a former band of bandits and criminals that's now under Retka's control, have set up their camp in the village. The mayor of Essex has agreed to join Gardon if he killed the leader of the local Cajun marauders, which I think is revealed to us here. I remember you have to go all the way up, and then you kind of can like skirt along down the right side of that base to kill as little as possible to gain an ally. We're definitely going to want Magic Sentry because we have to fight our way through a pass and we're going to need high ground. So we know what Pack of the Bloodclaw is, and then we have this choice between academical knowledge versus Whispers in the Dark. While being forced to leave the Imperial Academy to join the army by her father, Cora's later affiliation with the Imperial Navy allowed her to access their vast knowledge of water magic. While she was not spending her time on the ships of the Navy, Cora spent much of her time reading tomes and learning from her colleagues in the Imperial Navy, combining both the knowledge of the Imperial Academy and the Imperial Navy. Cora was able to enhance her own abilities as a mage. When her abilities made her rise in the ranks of the Imperial Navy, Cora began teaching others how to become more skilled as a mage. After all, what purpose would her knowledge serve if only she kept it to herself? Maximum mana points of all non-hero units that use mana by 100. I mean, that's not bad. Versus, ever since she left Edale, Cora cannot help but feel like she's being watched. Lately, she has begun hearing whispers in the dark. In the night, she even dreams of the whispers. They tell of knowledge that would not only help her in her conquest, but that it could help her save her sister, eradicating the demonic corruption. She could decide to either ignore the whispers or listen to them and profit from their knowledge. They say that the dark is a good place for those who call it home, but they also say that once you step into it, you cannot turn back. The Frenzy ability by our basic units. I mean, I don't know how many Zealots we're going to be making, but Frenzy on Crossbowman's going to be pogged off, can I tell you? This makes me think of the second human book specifically. The story progresses differently based on whether you make Cora, quote, whispered to by the dark. It's whether it basically changes what happens with Scarlet Retka. In the true story, I imagine that that's locked in, and that our leadership boni will not actually change the story in any super meaningful way. But the most important thing about Cora is that she gets an extremely powerful ability, and I think that by just assuming that that is still the case, we can't really risk losing that potential, so I think we absolutely need Whispers in the Dark here. Also, that extra damage done by our base units is going to be hugely useful against these guys, because they have low armor, etc., etc. Bloodfangs are good, but if we can make Executors, I don't really see the need for them. So I think that Executors with the Cleave attack are just going to be outright better than getting more Bloodfangs. Okay, let's read some lore. In order to allow Lorene to infiltrate Pyru, Gardon has ordered the main bulk of his army to attack the rebels from the front. He has to fight his way through the rebels to reach Lorene. To do so, he must first destroy the rebels' defenses in the pass. Gotcha. So I think that's the new map that's been added. It's like Lorene sneaking around being a little doofus in the back lines. Kingdom of Pyru is the northernmost of the kingdoms, a peninsula inhabited by the best sailors and mariners of the kingdom, as they proudly call themselves. While their kingdom is safer from demon invasion than compared to others, they are under constant threat from the Orcs from their islands. At least they were while the islands still existed, making their lands less safe than Sauriga. Pyru is a mighty fleet to fend off both Orc invaders and sea monsters. Even the aggressive Orcs prefer to avoid their fleets. I give them that their naval and marine forces are competent both on the sea and with amphibious warfare, but if they think that alone is enough to make the rebellion successful, they are fooling themselves. I assume this is from the perspective of an Iron Fist soldier. The Coast Battalion is a relatively new hybrid organization of the Imperial Navy and the Golden Guard, founded to further improve the cooperation between the two. Its infantry consists completely of Golden Guard forces, mainly fresh ones and troublemakers, by Golden Guard standards anyway, which is still far from the actual troublemakers. The rest is made up of troops from the Navy. As liaison officer, I am in charge of the battalion. The more insufferable elements of the Golden Guard tend to look down on us, but I consider myself more part of the Imperial Navy than the Golden Guard anyway, even if I have to follow their orders. This is probably from the perspective of either Cora or someone who served under Cora. Cajun Marauders, a group of filthy thugs, slavers, and bandits who wouldn't understand the meaning of an honest life if it was magically burned into their minds. They operated in both Torrid and Pyru until they were eventually recruited by the Retka family and turned into a paramilitary force. In exchange, they were pardoned for their crimes, only to commit new ones now. This scum deserves to... It may seem strange that a faction of criminals makes me, who is rather calm usually, lose my temper. I don't know how to best explain it. We don't know much about Father's time in the kingdoms, only that he lived in Toran and developed a strong hatred for orcs and pillagers, along with other personality traits. Some of the Marauders operated in the area when they were still bandits. Did they and the orcs together raid my family's mansion? Did they compete to do it? Are they to blame for my father's... ... tepid pause. Perhaps the Cajun Marauders are one of the things that made my father into the man he is today, and by extent made my childhood what it was. And for that, I will make them suffer. It might not change anything that happened in the past, but maybe I can save other families from the Cajun Marauders and their misdeeds. What a thrill that was from Cora's perspective. Okay, let's load our quick save and play the game. I think this one, probably anytime we have Cora and the choice between the 100 mana versus her extra damage, I feel like we should probably take the extra damage. That'll make her mad, and that should give her the super really good ability later, assuming that that's not locked in narratively anyway because we're playing True Story. So let's not forget to do that this time. Let's grab Whispers in the Dark. Let's grab a bunch of dudes on Lumber, because that's always an issue early on. And then...
What's the plan?
Let's grab these fellas. Now, if I remember correctly, the enemy actually warps in and attacks you, which blows, but it's, you know, it is what it is. So let's, we're just going to need some defense kind of in the front line here, and then we're going to take a small group and have them move up here and start attacking the dudes on the cliff. This map is, we're going to have to just take it really slow. Really, really slow. We're going to need an early catapult to help us. Magic missile, of course, is going to be really, really useful. Dispel increases the life of wounded units can learn Dispel it. Oh, so War Priest is literally just a normal priest. That's fine with me. We can make Stormbringers. Fairy Fire is okay. Cloud and Cyclone. I probably won't make any of those if we're being honest. Okay, Cora's got Whispers in the Dark. I feel like my heroes alone can just blast their way through a lot of enemies here. Dark Orb appeared when Cora started listening to the Whispers, learning from them. She claims that it is a gift and refuses to let it go. I think the original Boni increased the damage that it updates the orb as well. It makes the orb better. So the enemy, I think, just like warps in out of nowhere up there. So we'll probably just make an army and leave it there. Eventually, is the plan. And then Mr. Catapult, probably just going to make a couple of you. We're going to bring up here. What I'll do is use my heroes to get vision of things on the high ground. What did he say? Death to the tyrants of the West. Proletariat, rise up. Okay. Yes, we need a castle pretty much straight away. Improved masonry certainly never hurts. Cancel that. Let's just go and start upgrading some priests and just get a couple of them. Again, we're not going to need too many units to survive against these early enemy attacks, I don't think. Famous last words. How do we get a skeleton?
That's curious.
Oh, the orb. I gotcha. So this is what we have to do, is basically sit here on hold position and let them hit us.
What's the plan? Sounds interesting.
Let's just go ahead and flood here. Flood should be really, really effective against these guys. It looks like we're not quite far enough through the pass to find where they spawn in from. I don't know why Gardon is just sitting here and letting poor Cora get wasted.
I'll check it out. That's curious.
Okay, fine. Cora, just leave. We'll get you healed. We got some priests coming out. I'm pretty sure Zed and Gardon alone can kill these dudes. Okay, that wasn't great. Again, the key is basically just finding where these enemies... Because again, maybe it's different now, but they used to spawn on top of you. And by extension, there was really no way to stay defended at home while you waited. But that's fine. We can move up with our units. Again, my fright is that we're gonna end up moving forward with our army, and then they're gonna flank us, which I feel like is almost an inevitability. Yeah, we have the castle and the blacksmith. Let's go ahead and just move up with you, buddy. I'd love to see heal actually like be able to be upgraded to heal for more, because 25 is base in the normal game. I think that would be awesome. Okay, same thing. Again, we just want to go along the bottom ledge here. We can resummon Zed for virtually free. So Cora and like we basically just need to very slowly but steadily get like just take our time and move through this area and just take care of these dudes on the high ground. I did lose too much health early on, so let's just wait for some additional units. But we're going to absolutely mow through these early attacks, except when Retka attacks us with his special forces. So obviously that's something we have to be cognizant of. And we are stuck on one gold mine, which is another reason why we have to keep things pretty chill for a while. Let's get a worker up here so we can repair our catapults.
That's curious.
Yes, my
Why don't you go ahead and heal Cora, not our summoned unit. But Gardon and Zed can absorb fire from these high ground things, and then we just use our catapults to kill them. That's the plan, at least. So these guys, they could just stay on hold position. We can move forward with these guys as well. Big dodge. Okay, and then Cora move up, and then we can use Flood as well. But this is basically what this is going to be for a while, is just steadily working our way through the pass, staying defended from the enemies that spawn in to hit us.
I can help.
Deciding the best locations to use Flood as well. Keep Zed over here.
Yes, my liege. Right.
Okay, let's grab both of these. Just getting all these upgrades now. We're going to use them later, certainly. And then just inch forward, see where the next cluster of units up top is. Let's lure this group to us. This seems like a good flood as well. Eh, we could probably just kill him piecemeal. This mission I can say for a fact is going to be, it's going to be a long one. This is going to be at least a two-parter. Almost definitely going to be a two-parter. Okay, I can't tell if they're able to reinforce up here or they're just bringing units to the edge. But again, even just a couple catapults helps get rid of them pretty quickly. And we'll stay in no upkeep because I don't think we're going to need anything fancy. Yeah, Dark Secrets, please. Decreases attack and movement speed. That does seem really good. Use his Q ability that I always complain about. Okay, we got rid of those pre-placed units. Again, we're just going to keep pushing forward till we see where the enemy might be spawning from. Because they do spawn. Okay, let's move Gardon over here to give us vision on this catapult.
What's the plan? Sounds good.
And here we go again. Just another area where we have to... It's going to be this for a long time. Let me be super clear about that. Okay, so that's where they're warping in from. So now that we're holding this area down, this is where we're going to leave a lot of our... We might even build some towers up here. As we take the rest of our units and start pushing further and further up towards through the canyon. Now, we could just bolt through the canyon and just take the damage. This is, I feel more comfortable just steadily working my way through it like this. Okay, and what I will do is just build a bunch of extra workers and bring them up here. I might even make a town hall a little bit closer.
Is someone injured?
Now, keep in mind, if we move too far forward at this point, what's going to end up happening is those dudes will spawn in, and they will just move towards our base and kill it. I'm going to use Flood here. That should draw them to her. Gardon, get in the front, resummon Zed. Get our crossbowman here. Flood is great because it channels for a long time, and it'll hit these dudes on the high ground, too. So every little bit that allows us... The thing with this mission is it can be really annoying, but if you take it slow and steady, just based on my experience playing it the first time, it's not that bad. It's bad, but it's not that bad. It certainly has the potential to be, though, that's for sure. So I'm going to build another town hall back here, just so that we can build more workers just a little bit closer to the front line. Right there is fine. And we don't want to move too far forward again, because what's going to happen is if we get too far ahead, then those dudes are going to spawn and cause us problems. But we can do a lot with relatively little in this circumstance as well. So, like, again, as long as we tank with Gardon, we can leave the rest of our army sort of over here. We probably want to just get to a cool 50 supply. Yep, that's good.
You asked for it.
What ails?
And then we'll just keep leapfrogging forward. That's the key. And then we'll build some towers again to defend us against the militia attacks. The scarier attacks are going to be where... Oh, this is good. That'll give us a little vision. Okay, left side is clear for a while.
Our forces are under attack. Ready for action.
What just attacked him?
My
Okay, let's head to the right.
Let
I do really like the Bloodfang upgrades, though, if only because it allows you to make Zed stronger. And Zed is awesome. Okay, see, we're moving further through the pass now, where the enemy attacks... Yeah. Well, there's that. But then also, these guys are like normal units. They're not as weak. So we need to defend against that.
Yes, my lord.
Which won't be too bad. But then we simultaneously have to kill these dudes from the top. Poor Cora. She's doing fine. Hit him with your crappy Q. I don't know why I use it at all. I'm just like, I wish that Gardon had something maybe a little more effective to use his mana on. Or, yeah, just to use his mana with. So we're going to have this, like, relatively small group pushing forward.
Is my aid required? Say the word. Aye, my lord.
Now keep in mind, again, red, like Retka's actual base, like that dark red up there, will send stuff at us that's going to be, like, way more equipped to be able to kill us. Flood is up again. It's just, I mean, we'll just use it in these large clumps of units while we wait. Whoa, 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 don't turn around. Okay, good stuff. Cora having that black orb is actually awesome. Like, I'm a huge fan of that. Oh my gosh.
What do you need?
Let's move forward.
Right.
I'll just flood again. If it's up, we might as well use it.
I'll check it out.
Hello? There she goes. Okay, maybe not the best use of flood, honestly. Maybe it'll hit some stuff up there, though. Okay, let's move up.
What ails
And move up.
you? Is my aid required? What?
And those aren't done yet. I think we're going to have to turn around. The other thing, too, is it's really easy to get pulled out of position by that stuff.
I'll take care of it.
Because your units will try and consistently get up to the high ground, but they won't be able to get there. Because there's no ramp. I think later on there are some places where there is a ramp. Okay, and I'm just gonna keep making towers like this. I don't see any reason to not kind of spam these up. We might get some cannon towers. This is a lot of gold, but I think it's absolutely worthwhile. Once that's all done, we won't have to really leave anything back at home. I think I lost a catapult. Again, we're on 1 gold mine, so we have to be very particular with the amount of money that we're using. Let's go ahead and keep going forward. Can leave a war golem up here. We'll make these cannon towers. Make these arcane towers, and maybe we can use these to start getting some vision around the map. Can I get Magic Sentry? It seems like Magic Sentry is not available for me to research. Oh, that's a bummer. Oh, no, it's here. Yeah, we definitely want Magic Sentry. That way we can use those to scan uphill. Okay, let's take this small group and keep looking. General Bloodclaw, I bring you these fine falcons with the best wishes from General Elvir. She also asked me to deliver this missive. It is for your eyes only. Now I must take my leave. Farewell. Where? Oh, hey. That's unexpected, but the falcons will surely be useful to us. What did General Elvir write? Can we expect more reinforcements? No, unfortunately not. She merely wishes us good luck in the battles that lie ahead. So again, these attacks will pretty much never stop. They're going to get a little stronger as time goes on, but I mean, this is perfectly acceptable. Just keep these workers here. We should be, again, we can kind of spam our way through them, and they're like trapped as they spawn. Now we can use the falcons to get vision on high ground for us. That's pretty awesome. Let's bring one peasant up here, and we're going to need another catapult.
Orders? Research complete.
Go ahead and keep moving forward, and then... Did I hotkey the... I thought I hotkeyed the falcons. Let's do our best to keep these alive. I assume I can't rebuild them. That would be nice. But no dice. All right, let's keep going.
Done.
And I guess this is our chance where we can, like, use these things to our advantage.
I'm say the word.
Ha!
Forces are under attack.
Yeah, these are pretty good, so we could just use these.
Our town is under siege.
To kill some of this high ground junk, again, slowly but surely. It seemed like there was a time element to that. And presumably we'll be able to heal them out of combat as well with our priests. But this is this is actually really nice though, because this allows me to pick off stuff on the high ground like this. And then yeah, we pull them back to get healed and we're all good.
What? Research complete.
Yes, me lord.
Okay.
What do you need?
What?
We spammed it up.
I can't build items.
Sometimes it's what you gotta
Yes, me
do.
lord.
They warp in and get completely wasted. Okay, so we got our 2 catapults. Let's move these up. Hawks. Falcons, excuse me. Get healed. Oh, can they not be healed? No, they can be healed. Okay, we're good.
Yes, my friend.
For a second, I was about to be real upset. I'm like, if I genuinely, for whatever reason, can't heal those,
Say the word.
that's some BS.
What?
Okay, and then we got this here where we can just make new peasants to repair our tower spam here, which should be more than enough to take care of them. Then, we don't want to lose those falcons, because we can't replace them easily. And by we can't replace them easily, I mean at all. Catapults roll on up, hit them.
More work. Off I go then. All right.
Okay. It's cheesy,
Yes, me lord. Ready to Job's work. Done. Right.
but I just don't want to have to deal with whatever's going to be spawning out of this area. So I'm not going to. I'm just not going to do it.
Upgrade complete.
Poor Zed doing the Lord's work.
Patience has ended.
Again, I've got the Falcons. I almost find it easier to do it this way, because then I know that I'm only pulling exactly what I want to at any given time. But we know that the right side is pretty open. Upgrades, by the way.
More lumber is required.
Get some lumber down there. Get another lumber mill up here.
Yes, me lord.
And I see a red barracks there. I'm kind of afraid attacking that is going to draw a bunch of enemies to me, though. Let's try it and see what happens. We got these units here. The Falcons are in reserve. I don't want to use those in direct combat unless I absolutely have to.
I am your servant.
You know what I could do is maybe use the Falcons to pick off the optional objective. I think that would be worth trying.
Orders?
What happened here?
Yes, me lord. What is it? All right.
Huh, weird.
Ready to work.
Okay, quick save, because again, this has been a good start. We're already like halfway through the canyon itself. Sorry, Zed. And then Gardon, just stay on hold position and resummon him.
Job done.
Yeah, these guys, again, you exist to absorb damage. Not really the type of job that you'd expect Gardon to be cool with, but, you know, he's got to do what he's got to do. He knows what has to be done to win. So here's Red. So Red has the stronger forces, but, like, he's going to get absolutely wasted because I know that this is where he spawns from. Don't at me about it, please. I think a lot of our peasants are getting killed by splash damage by the cannon towers. We're going to have to be replacing those quite a bit.
Our forces are under attack.
Upgrades. Lumber. Improved masonry. Oh,
Our hero has fallen.
okay, well, we ran into a pre-placed group.
Our town is under siege.
That's okay. That could have been worse. Falcons. Go ahead. These are pretty good. Again, let's not throw them away. Now, maybe what we'll have to do is get up there and draw the defensive force away from the optional objective and then snipe it with the Falcons. That probably is going to be the right way to do it. Yeah, these high ground catapults are probably the things that are going to do the most damage to us across all the time. So doing it this way is the right choice, I think. Ugh, stop healing them from down there, you jerks. Right there. Boom, 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 boom. Is that a priest shooting me? I am in low upkeep. Oh, that's because of the Falcons, though. There we go. We have an attack coming in as well, so let's bring these back. Get healed. Let's get a couple more war priests. And another golem. Golems are great. If you didn't know this, I think golems are some of the best units in the game.
On my way. Right.
They're just expensive and they eat a lot of mana, so in some ways,
I can help.
it's hard for me to justify going like only golems. It's just they're really good frontliners. And I think they do siege damage, so you can use them to attack buildings too. Okay, cool. Again, I don't want to risk losing these. That's why I'm being extra careful. Again, the normal militia attacks are a joke in these types of circumstances. I made this one a cannon tower because I suspected that that would take the most heat as they spawned.
As you order.
Okay, we know that there's a big clump of pre-placed stuff up there. We've killed a lot of this stuff. We have to deal with that next, which is a flood plus army, and we got rid of all the stuff on the high ground. Do not go into high upkeep when you're on 1 gold mine, and in fact, I really wouldn't mind losing a bunch of stuff. I don't even think we need a flood here. It's just peasants. Just another big old group of units, and we already got rid of all that up there. So yeah, we're clear, I think, to just push forward here. Red hasn't. I don't think Red has sent a hero forward yet. That's where things could get a little dicey. I will flood here. Flood not quite as good as something like Starfall, for example, but still very good. Let's move up here. And then eventually she gets a secondary ult, which is the best ability in the game, like straight up. But again, that depends on how the narrative goes for this. It might be different, it might be the same, I don't know. Okay, keep going, keep going. I'm a tad concerned. I mean, if this isn't enough to hold back attacks that spawn in like that, I don't know what would be. So we do have to, you know, be considerate of that. Just keep making more workers.
Our forces are under attack.
Oh. Falcons, be careful. Don't get thrown away like that, please. I lost a catapult, weirdly.
Is someone injured?
Ready to work.
Okay, let's, see, now there's rocks here, so I think we probably just want to use the Falcons to get through this stuff. They can't reinforce the stuff on the high ground here, so this is a really nice addition to this mission. So props to Shardundred for recognizing that. Okay, back up. We can kill that stuff with catapults. Keep inching. Let's grab another catapult here and move forward with some workers. I know that there is an area further up where we can get another base. My goal is to get up to that and get set up, and that's probably when I'll make a cut in the video. Because there's still a long ways to go here, unfortunately.
What ails you?
I also wouldn't want to just throw away all my Falcons to go for the bonus.
On my way. My patience has ended. For the Lich King.
Okay, there are 2 ways to go, and I think this over here is the base, is the other base. But again, we have to very steadily get rid of the stuff on the high ground to deal with it.
My vengeance is yours.
Okay, lure them in. Falcons. I mean, we can just straight up use the Falcons, right? We don't, like, while we attack. As long as they're not getting thrown away in some stupid fashion. Okay, so now we've got, like, the actual Kingdom Bowmen. And some of these units are going to get drawn in piecemeal to us, which is perfect. Careful. I did build another catapult, and I don't know where it ended up, because I don't know where any of my stuff is rallied to right now, but we'll try and get these up here. Sorry, War Golem. Yeah, if we could say that, that would be awesome, but I don't think that's in the cards for us. These high ground catapults are the most dangerous thing up there. That's why I'm focused on killing those, and then we'll get the Falcons out to get healed. Let's back up just a little bit. Zed can be resummoned. Apparently he's not real. I protest, but... Okay. Now, again, we don't have to necessarily be going up first. I think we want to be going to the right. Just killing this stuff up in this small area. I love how we're getting skeletons on the high ground. There's a lot of little things. I don't know how intentional that was, but I like to imagine Shar realized that by adding the skeletons like that, getting any additional vision on the high ground is going to be so valuable. The big thing here is we just have to make sure that... we have the income to replace our workers. Okay, we have an orange base over here.
What do you need?
Ka! Yeah, this orange base is the one that we're going to want to take here soon. There's... I don't remember where that gate leads. That might be something semi-optional later.
Is someone injured?
We're at 70. I guess I can grab... I think we really need more artillery. What I'm going to need to do is get up here, and once we clear this out, build a town hall so that we can build a ton of... You know how it goes. Then we have to build a bunch of extra infrastructure up in that area. Okay, now as far as I know, we're actually through the majority of the pass. I think we're actually done with it. Not fully, but like partially. So actually, what I just said means nothing. Are we done with it, or are we not? I don't know. I think we're done with like the big parts of it. Again, I don't know what this is down here. A the mad?
What is it?
Again, we'll worry about that later. The key now is just pushing into orange. So let's save.
I'm trying to think.
You guys stay back. Heroes get in the front. Here comes a separate red attack, so let's take care of this. I think we'll be fine. I don't want to draw a bunch of the extra pre-play stuff in, though. That's like Retka's troops, but it's fine. I think maybe those are the ones that failed to go through the waygate as they were supposed to, if I had to guess.
Is my aid required?
Okay.
Of course, as you wish.
Now again, I'm trying to take this. I take this as slow and steady as possible.
Forward. Forward.
I'm gonna have these roll forward and just attack structures. Village of Asir. All right. Keep going. Hawks are at full health. Is this something I'm a little hesitant because again, this could go wrong at any moment. Like if I draw in the draw in a defense force and it just like completely wastes me, that is a possibility. Okay, keep it up. We're getting there. We got some blimps up there. No thanks. Guard on Bloodclaw. I will present King Retka your head on a pike. Funny, I wanted to do the same with yours. Right, zap him. Blood. Dark Secrets. Hawks, I guess. Let's have you target down the enemy hero. Okay, that is an elite. I don't have sleep, though. Okay, move forward and attack their structures, and then we can start building our own momentarily. Please tell me that the workers I brought forward aren't dead. I may have auto-attacked them in, which is a big, big bummer. Ooh, ooh, okay, he's alive. Just start building something. Okay, you're all fine. You're not great, but you're fine. Oh, I almost saved that guy.
Off I go then.
Forces are under attack.
Righto.
Okay, very good.
Is someone
Legion Doomhorn, just, I mean, that's fitting for Korra at this point, because she's getting a little spooky. Okay, now kill this. So that way we can start our own town hall. I'm tempted maybe to build this base off camera next time, because as you can see, we still have a long way to go. We still have a long way to go.
well done. All right.
Okay, good job. And then destroy that. We can build some more crossbowmen in the front line. Let's get an altar up here as well. We're going to need it. I think Red will still try to attack us directly instead of going through the Waygate anymore, but that's okay because most of our army is up here. These Hawks, though, I mean, they're not like incredible individual units, but they're so good at supporting if you're willing to use them in a tactical way. I'm really, really happy with them. Keep trying to like move, just inch forward with these. Oh, I was going to say, what is attacking my catapults? And it's that guy. Having some forward production up here is going to allow us to finish this relatively easily, I think. That one, that one, that one.
Ready for action.
I think Korra can handle this. There must be another barracks down there?
Forces are under
I
attack.
can help.
Maybe?
I'll take care
I don't know where that guy came from, honestly.
Sounds interesting.
A lot of barrackses. But once they're gone, they're gone. Just a lot of spread out junk.
What is it?
Okay, good work.
All right.
That's on its way.
Forces are under
I mean, at this point, you can kind of see where this is going to go. Like, I just have to get this all set up eventually. Whoop, look out.
You need. My patience has ended. Our town under siege.
Oh! See, these guys are not militia anymore, so they do a ton of damage.
Sounds good.
Good zap, good zap.
Under siege.
What's going on up here?
Our forces are
Okay, I think orange is actually gone now. We just gotta wait. We lost that one worker. No.
orders. Attack. Our
Yes,
forces
we
are
know.
under
Start walking, boys. All right, I'm just going to end the video here because, again, you can see where this is going. I have to, you know, I'll finish this stuff getting set up,
Yes, my liege.
and then,
On my way. What do you need? Our town
But we're in really good shape, is my point. We're in great shape. We'll just heal up these falcons. When I come back, I'll have this base semi-established, but there's still a lot for us that we still have to do. We have to finish the optional objective on the left. We have to kill the enemy base in the upper right. It's not going to be an easy feat. Again, there's still a lot for us to do. So me setting up this base off camera, you're not really missing much. Clearly, I've got my defense handled. All right? All right, thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.